Hello, Christopher from Enlightened Audio here. I've just released some new music called In the Wake of a Dream, and I wanted to talk to you briefly about using this music in the background of a guided meditation, because this is flute music. It's got a solo flute performance throughout, and it's an alto flute, which is like a normal concert flute that just has a slightly deeper range. And I'll be the first to admit that normally I wouldn't probably recommend music with a solo flute performance in it as background music for a guided meditation, because the flute's one of those instruments that tends to occupy the same frequency range as the human voice. So if you were wanting music that really stays in the background, this wouldn't be necessarily the right kind of music most of the time. You certainly don't want to end up in a situation where you're competing with the background music for attention. Excuse me. Give me that thing. Sorry about that. I have to say though, I love the flute. It's one of the most gentle, beautiful, breathy instruments, very expressive. And the flute that I've used in the Wake of a Dream it's not going to interfere or get in the way of your vocals like I thought it might. It's very, very subtle instrument that I've used with a very soft tone, and there's a lot of breaks in the phrasing of the flute's performance itself, so you can get this really nice interplay of your words and the music going on. It starts to sound like the music was composed for you and your particular voiceover. The other thing I've done is I've provided what I call a deep sleep loop, which is just a soft drone sound that is designed to hold the space whenever you're taking your listeners through a section in your meditation where you really just want them in a deep, deep state, and you don't want any other instrumentation making any noise or causing any interruptions. This loop will give you the opportunity to just transition from the flute music into a deeper state, and then back to the flute music again if you like. So I just wanted to show you in situ, we'll jump on the computer in a moment, how this works, how it sounds, and I'll also give you a quick example of a guided meditation with a voiceover added and some nature sounds thrown in as well for a little extra effect. Okay, so here we have an arrangement that I'm putting together with the main music of In the Wake of a Dream that I've coloured green. I've got my deep sleep loop here in purple, and I've got a voiceover here in blue that we'll just put to one side for the moment. First thing I want to do is just quickly show you what it sounds like when you transition from the main music into the deep sleep loop. There are lots of breaks in between the flute phrases in this music, so cut the music and then crossfade over the course of say 10 to 15 seconds, and it'll sound something like this. So there you go, you get that lovely sense of continuity from the main music into the deep sleep loop, and you can come in and out of that transition repeatedly if you want to. Here's an example of one arrangement that I have where I'm using the deep sleep loop in the middle of a meditation. I've stretched it out over the course of 10 minutes in a deep stage, and then at the end you can see here I come back to the original music just towards the end to liven things up a little bit as I'm bringing the listener back on a return journey. In this second arrangement, I'm using the deep sleep loop and only the deep sleep loop at the end of the meditation, and I've stretched it out for quite a while. This is just, again, holding the space, providing a deep, calming sound that's enveloping, that's dreamlike, that allows the listener to just sort of slip into a deep state and fall asleep if you want them to. All right, well, I hope that was helpful to you and you got something out of it. It was definitely fun for me. So enjoy the music and make something beautiful with it. Thanks for watching. Oh, and just before we go, let's have a listen to that guided meditation demonstration that I promised you.
As you gently lower your body into the water, You feel yourself sliding into the deepest state of relaxation. Your muscles relax, and your mind becomes quiet. In this pond, your thoughts simply melt away. You slide into a comfortable seat in the pond. You gaze up at the forest around you. It is still and silent. The only sound that remains is the sound of waves breaking on the island's beaches, far off in the distance. Your body feels light and warm and refreshed by the glowing spring water. Your mind seems to expand. It feels timeless, vast, empty, relaxed.